So we're going to be cover cropping our garden today, and if you stick around to the end of the video, we're going to tell you why you should also consider putting time and money into cover cropping.
So today we're going to plant a fall cover crop in our garden, and currently our garden is pretty dead. It's not producing much fruit, so we're going to take some snips and snip the summer crop at the ground level to specifically leave those nutrient-dense roots in the ground to decay over the winter. Then we'll take all the snippings that we get, put them in a pile, and we're going to give them to our ducks. After that, you're at the point where you can broadcast the seed, and then you can take your standard rake and just make sure that all the seed has good soil contact and is dark enough where it can germinate well.
So we do have some clover in the rows, but I'm not too concerned about pulling that out because clover can be its own cover crop depending on what you're doing. So I'm not too worried about it. My guess is it's gonna die off over the winter, but even if it comes back next year, it's not very invasive and I can plant my annuals amongst them without them smothering them out. So really, just to sum it up, we're cutting the annual plants that we planted in here at ground level, but any weeds that we're worried about not dying off over the winter and coming back next spring, affecting with our crop next year, those ones we're fully taking out.
Come here, you. Come here, you.
Okay, so it's just 2 days later here. We had to wait for the seeds to get delivered. So we're just gonna take our cuttings here, gather them up, throw them in with the ducks and chickens. So as our cover crop, we have hairy vetch. We soaked it in water for an hour to try to have the germination rate be quicker. And then we've got some inoculant here that we're gonna mix with the seed. So you wanna make sure that the seeds are wet, which they were because we soaked them, and so that the inoculant will just stick to all the seeds. Just stir it around. The inoculant allows the plant to be a nitrogen fixer. Okay, so we got seed. Now we're just gonna sow it. We don't have a big area, so just doing it by hand. Spread it out. Now we're just gonna take the rake. There we go. Now we're gonna do that to the whole garden and give it a good watering. So we got it all planted. Just spread the seed, raked it in. Katie's doing some harvesting over there. What is it, beans?
Beans and tomatoes.
Nice. planting cover crops do take resources like time and money, but there are some really good benefits to planting cover crops. Whether you're dealing with erosion, having roots in the soil, whether you're dealing with adding some nutrients to the soil, depending on what cover crops you get in there, making sure that the soil is covered so that the sun isn't baking out any nutrients in the soil. Then also weed suppression. Once you kill off the cover crop, it's laying down on the ground as like a mulch, and then it keeps all the weeds down when you plant your annuals in. So there are some really good benefits. It depends on your circumstances, what makes most sense of what type of cover crop. So just wanted to let you guys know we're excited about doing this year, and we'll try to let you know how it all goes. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Wow.